We know the Earth orbits around the Sun once a year, and the Moon orbits around the Earth once a month. And so when the Moon is here and the Earth blocks some of the sunlight coming from the Sun towards the Moon, we call that a lunar eclipse. And when the Moon is over here during its orbit, and if the Moon blocks some of the sunlight coming from the Sun towards the Earth, we call that a solar eclipse. So you might be wondering that if the Moon orbits around the Earth once a month, then we should have one lunar and one solar eclipse each month. But we don't have eclipses every month. And the reason for that is because the Moon's orbit is a bit tilted. So the Moon is orbiting around the Earth something like this. So here you can see that during the Moon's orbit, none of the sunlight is getting blocked. So then you might be wondering, well, why do we have eclipses at all? And the reason for that is because the Earth is going around the Sun every year. And so if you imagine a scenario where the Moon is orbiting around the Earth, and let's say that the Moon happens to be over here during its orbit around the Earth, and let's say that the Earth happens to be behind the Sun. So in a scenario similar to this. So here you can see that the Moon will block some of the sunlight coming from the Sun towards the Earth. And so if that happens, then you will have a solar eclipse. And so the reason we don't have eclipses every month is because the Moon's orbit is a bit tilted. And the reason we have eclipses at all is because the Earth is moving around the Sun. So you will have multiple scenarios where either the Earth or the Moon blocks some of the sunlight, and so therefore you either have a lunar or a solar eclipse. Thank you for watching.
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.